Captain devotes much of his time to seeking balance, a difficult task given the nature of the vessel he commands. He is at the helm of a truly extraordinary ship, one unlike any other. Countless passengers entrust him with their lives, having no alternative but to brave the voyage aboard this colossal craft. Measuring an immense 90 meters in length and 40 meters in width, the massive wooden behemoth he steers is nearly impossible to manage. Due to the terrible condition of roads in the Congo, the river remains the most practical route for transporting tree trunks. With such a massive load, every movement must be carefully planned ahead of time. The trip to the capital is sure to be stressful for Vandu, the helmsman. Failure isn't an option. The 228 tree trunks that form the raft are valued at over 350,000 euros. With so much at stake, not a single log can be lost. The crew continuously inspects the hundreds of meters of steel cables securing the raft. Even more critical is ensuring the trunks stay tightly packed. Gaps between them could cause passengers to fall through and be crushed by the massive logs. Around 50 people are on board, making safety a constant concern. The majority of the passengers are merchants and traders, all aiming to improve their livelihoods by selling goods, particularly insects that have become scarce in the city markets. Their journey to the capital will be filled with challenges. Traveling between towns in the Democratic Republic of the Congo is no easy task, especially given that it's the second largest country in Africa. To visit loved ones or conduct business, thousands are forced to crowd onto makeshift, overcrowded boats. Tragically, these journeys result in hundreds of deaths each year. Meanwhile, trucks struggle to navigate roads battered by relentless rain. With drivers and crew pushed to their limits, there's simply no room for exhaustion. For passengers, the rough ride is harsh, but it's still better than being forced to walk when the terrain becomes too treacherous for vehicles. On both land and water, the people of the Congo have learned to live with a deep-rooted survival instinct. Even when faced with powerful waves, their courage rises above what some might call divine fury. The massive raft, stretching 100 meters, seems tiny against the vast expanse of the Congo River. So far, their journey downstream toward Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, is going relatively smoothly. In just 10 days, they've successfully covered over 700 kilometers to arrive in Mbandaka without any major issues. But the remaining 700 kilometers will be much tougher. For now, though, the crew can afford a short break. Still, taking a dip in the Congo River isn't wise. The water is heavily contaminated with toxic runoff from mining chemicals, and the swirling currents are far more dangerous than anything you find in a jacuzzi. The young, impulsive sailor is swiftly reminded to be careful. Accidents are common on the raft, with sharp bits of metal often injuring people's feet. Even when you own almost nothing, you still have something to lose. You can always find a way to handle an emergency. The alcohol is over 50% strong enough for the situation, though the sailor will need a tetanus shot once they reach Kinshasa. For now, he returns to his duties. When it comes to river travel, the people of the Congo don't have many choices. There are whalers, which resemble floating coffins that leak from every seam, but they might just be the most comfortable option available, especially when compared to the other boats. The boats resemble floating slums, with the largest ones able to cram up to 2,000 people on board, offering neither water nor toilets. Vandu believes the government isn't solely to blame for the lack of infrastructure. The state faces rampant corruption among its officials and has had to recover from the devastation caused by 2 civil wars. On top of that, guerrilla groups in certain areas continue to disrupt the economy. The truck pushes forward, undeterred by the rough, damaged road. The driver and his passengers can't afford to miss the last appointment of the day, so they speed along as fast as possible, essentially as fast as a man can run. It's a race against time to catch the final ferry, and to be clear, if they miss it, they'll be forced to sleep on the riverbank. For 3 decades, this boat has been the only way to cross between the 2 banks of the Congo Central Province. It takes 25 minutes for the aging vessel to reach the other side. Before they continue their journey, the men ensure their cargo is tightly secured.